Hey everyone, I wanted to do a Regent over-explained run since a lot of new ideas have come out on this character from release patch to now, and my tier list is vastly different on this patch than it was on release. So this should get you up to speed on how to master the new Regent and what kind of things you're looking for and how to play him now. I also wanted to make everyone aware that YouTube memberships are now a thing. I will be taking 0% of that revenue. Right now, 100% of that income is going to my editor to help pay off some vet bills for her cat who's very sick. So if you want to support a good cause and get some emotes and other benefits on the channel, like access to polls and helping us know which videos to put out next, please feel free to support that cause and join the YouTube memberships. Otherwise, I will see you guys in the next one. Okay, buff Neow's Fury, random rare, large capsule. I think this is very clearly just Neow's Fury. I don't really need to look at the map for this. Again, unless it's entirely just non-functional. But I would assume here that I can do Neow's Fury into this and then just see. If I want the early shot, I can take it, but I can trade the early shot for a fire here, and we can sort of pick. If you want to commit after this to not going shop, like let's say you get an early potion, good damage card, then you can take the option with less hallways and not run into the advanced hallway and then just skip the shop. Maybe you take the shop here and then go back in. I would like to farm 4, especially with not Phantom here at the end of the act. So yeah, Neow's Fury. I'll talk about it a little bit. I think it went from being really bad to just kind of pretty solid. The problem with something like Grave Blast is that the Grave Blast damage number is just not very big. 10 is just kind of a big number. On Regent, who has a lot of draw order problems, you can pull something like Venerate back, and that's meaningful. You can pull back Falling Star, and that's meaningful. There's a lot of things that you actually do care about lining up on correct turns. This character, more than any other character, has so many combo cards that it needs to line up. That just helps do it. Regent rares, on the other hand, are very brickable, and I think something like this, the main reason why you'd want this is to try to high roll something like power for the end game, essentially. Most of the rare cards are just like some powers or not very good early game, and Regent just struggles the most inside of Act 1, as do most of the characters. If you get outside of Act 1, you probably are strong enough, especially if you can farm elites. So I will attempt to farm, essentially, is the idea here. Instead of getting my power from random rolling, something that could even just be negative, I can just farm to get power. I don't really want this, kind of opposite reasoning from Neow's Torment, but I don't want to add more variance to the deck by adding basics that I don't want to draw alongside other cards. So, pretty easy. Okay. This is no lines to think about here. We just deal max damage, full block, so. I don't mind capsule on runs where I don't have like a Neow option that I actually like, but this is just kind of solid, right? And nothing to talk about here. Just 10 is just a big enough number to do that. Okay, floor 1, we have actually pretty interesting cards, but I think it's very clear Astral Pulse here. Just star payoff from Quasar, like you're hoping to hit something like this. That's pretty much what you're hoping to high roll for. Quasar is probably better in the boss. That's about it. For early short-term problems, Astral Pulse is solving all of them. Collision Course is a very good card and pulls back with Neow's Fury, and is quite solid with that. Like, I can take one Collision Course and pull it back, and that makes this a lot better. I still think I just want some AoE, especially to deal with Frog Parasite, and Frog Parasite, having Neow's Fury allows me to pull it back on a good turn to actually wipe out the minions. So, probably just Astral Pulse here. Okay, I can put early shop value here. I think with Astral Pulse, I feel pretty confident running into fights here and just taking the fire and just upgrading the pulse or resting even. So I think we just dodge the advanced hallway and we just take an event here. Okay, upgrade or Sown, which is quite interesting. Sown with Neow's Fury is really interesting, actually. Just always gets played and can pull back some stuff. Upgrade is pretty strong here, but I think also just getting energy is nice, and Neow's Fury is converting that energy into draw, which is quite good. Also, don't mind that this card exhausts, and we're putting an enchant on it, because the enchant is one time only. We can do Neow's Fury to pull back like Falling Star and such. I want to kill both of these guys just because they're hitting me. I would like to not take damage. Obviously, if I run block here, I can just like kill middle and block, but that is not what's happening. And we can play 2 Falling Stars if we're not playing Astral Pulse, which maybe I'm not playing if I'm just killing the minions right now. We just, I think, put 1 Falling Star on each. There's not really a way to distribute damage nicely here, unfortunately. We're just overkilling both of them, but I'm just trying to block max, basically. We can put Falling Star here if we want. Astral Pulse is just more damage than this right now, so I'd rather just do that, I think. And we can just block here. Almost bricked it. I don't even think... Yeah, I guess you can brick it with Astral Pulse there instead of defend, but usually not a thing. He's dead to 2 strikes, which are usually happening, if not Venerate into Falling Star. Fortify is okay. Here is some whatever cards. This is just not pickable right now. We have absolutely no need for it. Have no energy problems, and we have star output issues. Parry have no blade, and also just not really a card we're speculating on. Photon Cut is just okay early game damage. I think with Niao's Fury, I really don't want it. I just sort of want to draw into my pulse on the right turns. So you can take Photon Cut if you are scared. I would like to make a better deck than that. Can see needing like 1 damage card to be able to play in the elites. Lets me maybe spend my money differently to not have to buy early game damage. And maybe we can also just run into the fire here and upgrade instead. I can also upgrade here, but I think the pulse gets green before all of that. We'll see. It might be a little bit too adventurous to take all these elites. We can also do something like this. Take 3 with an extra fire. Could also do that over here as well. We have a few things to do over the next couple of floors to figure out what exactly I want to do macro-wise here. Photon Cut can make a few things a bit better and also put Niao's Fury on top. So maybe it's good enough to be able to do that. If I draw like Niao's Fury turn 1, I can just play it this and put it on top and then draw it when it's actually better. Okay, transform for minus HP. I think is just worth it. I will probably adjust based on this and also maybe not have to farm as much if I get something good for late game. We can not have to as aggressively farm. I would like to, but losing 9 HP for this is kind of scary. We'll of course transform Strike because I've added damage cards to the deck and our block density is very bad. Okay, that is not very good. Falling Star here and then full block with weakness. Could maybe Fortifier here. Well, I probably want to save that. Okay, is it dead? Cannot play Falling Star, unfortunately. And Sword plus this is not doing it. So I guess we just block. Just trying not to take any damage here. Next time we have Venerate into Astral Pulse into Photon Cut. So we just do this instead. Glow here has helped supporting the Astral Pulse. Quite nice. And means we can more often use Niao's Fury to pull back one of the star cost cards. Black Hole's a little bit of support for killing the Frog Parasite, but we already have Astral Pulse Niao's Fury to help do that, and we have the Blade now to retain, so I don't think I care about this. Crush are very similar to Black Hole. I'll probably just take Glow to support what we have going on right now. So we could consider upgrading Glow here, if we want to do this Niao's Fury and Astral Pulse twice sort of idea. Right now, having 5 stars is not super meaningful. Could see just having the 1 Astral Pulse end the combat. Glow is definitely the best long-term upgrade. It does help the longer fights, which all the elites are. Photon Cut does not feel that good to do here. Photon Cut is like pretty decent, to be clear. It's a good upgrade, but I think for the end game, I would much rather have this screen sort of thing. I think with no damage potion, this is a little sketchy. Opima is upgrading Summon 4th, apparently. If we're playing something with Niao's Fury twice, maybe it is Falling Star here, but that still wants stars to support it. Feels like I just want to have a damage upgrade here over stars. I think the thresholds for stars don't matter until much later, and I do feel the early game pressure is pretty significant here. Pulse upgrade is pretty big. Doesn't often line up with Vuln. Glow is really bad to play. Glow upgrade can let us just not play Venerate, which is the other thing it does. And we do have other things to spend energy on. So I could see it, because we can do Glow into Falling Star Astral Pulse, and that does line up more often with Neos Fury and the Glow actually giving us draw. You can definitely see that. And then we just ignore the Venerate. I kind of like that. Yeah. Okay. Maybe the Fortifier turn here. Neos Fury here is just 10 damage, which is good. You can also save it for a future turn. Could definitely see just block next turn we use the defend into thing, because that full blocks the turn. And next turn I also draw 6. So very likely I want to just play all my stuff. Could also definitely see using Neos Fury on Glow and then just playing Glow. And we just draw 1,000,000 next turn and also have a lot of stars to be able to line up stuff in the future. I think right now I would block. I could see that being a line though. And yeah, this is exactly what I mean, which we do like Falling Star, Astral Pulse, have no stars left, and then maybe things are a little bit awkward. Do you think the damage is relevant though? We could also do Summon Forth into Swing the Sword here, but I think we can just play hand instead of doing that. And yeah, Fortifier is still around, so it could block future turns. Photon Cut. Could put Astral Pulse on top. Can also Neos Fury it back, but we can just do it and see. Okay, so Glow into Astral Pulse is definitely an idea here. And we can like Venerate to get Vuln later. Does this die? Oh, I kind of need to play Venerate, but I really want to just play this. Thing is, I could wait for Neos Fury to pull that back, and then I always have Falling Star. So we could do like Defend, Venerate, and then save this for later on a turn that I actually can take advantage of the Vuln. Seems a little bit better. Don't play that order. No, Neos Fury draw is really bad. Should 100% play this though. And it's not quite dead. I guess we could have opened this lethal line with a little bit better thinking last turn. But yeah, Pulse means no weakness this turn as well. It is just dead next turn, right? If I swing the sword, that is. Is there another thing we can do? Can we do like strike into Summon Forth Defend or strike into double defend? Try trying to save it a little bit more HP. This is not going super great. Might mean we have to derail a bit and not try to farm everything. If I don't get a potion, I probably am going to the shop to buy a pot. And then we need to like rest, unfortunately. I would like this act value to be a little bit higher, but it's hard. Someone has to double defend, I don't think is killing. 16 damage plus 26. Yeah, not quite. Strike into double defend is better though, because that's 9 instead of 8 damage, and that is exact lethal, I believe. So that'd be 34, and then I have 18 plus 10 plus 6. Okay, well now it's like ultra omega dead. Mailbox here means maybe we don't have to do that. We just rest here then, and then I can go back on the try to farm everything, because getting 2 pots here is insane. I don't really want another cache. I think we really need a block card in this deck. Cosmic Indifference feels really bad with Neos Fury, I think. It's kind of doing similar things, and this is just like not a big enough block number to even care. Devastate also just like competing with Astral Pulse payoff. Feels really wrong, so just skip. And I just rest here, get 2 pots, and we see what happens. We could also just like do something here and then go back instead of trying to do this, but we can see what the chest is and what these potions are, and then see. Very good potion skill pot here. Parrying Shield doesn't very often play in this deck. We can do like double defend turns, I guess. I feel good enough, I think, with skill pot. It's not so crazy. We're not that strong though, and this potion's kind of nothing. The next elites are debatably easier than the one we just fought, though. I really would like to farm max. I think I will risk it just to try. Astral Pulse now and Meow's Fury here is weird. I guess I can pull back Venerate and play it twice, but like, is that even good? Because we don't have any other use for stars. Probably just do this. So once again, we can play this. And then maybe next turn we kill. One glow and then we can play the next pulse. And I have a sword incoming. I think it's probably worth playing. Glow cannot really be missed here. Fortunately, this draw is not very good, but next turn is fine. I could skill pot. I think I'm not so desperate to need to double pot here. Next turn we have Falling Star into Photon Cut, which is lethal, so I don't need to play any damage here. And we can play Summon Forth and a Strike or something. Can try to greed a bit more HP here. Unfortunately, Parrying Shield's not doing... Actually, wait, the Strength Pot it is. Huh. Maybe I do Photon Cut after then. I can do Falling Star Strike and then Photon Cut. We just really need to play the Pulse again, basically. That's about it. And Pulse is dealing 16. It's a bit awkward. Photon Cut here is like, there's nothing that I can possibly play that is worse, unless it's maybe Parrying Shield value. Because like 6 Parrying Shield here would kill. That feels really strange to care about. I don't think it's ever going to matter. Do I want to play the sword here? Sword will kill, and then also one strike kills. So I think we just put the infection on top, and I can maybe skill pot next turn if I need to. There's also a chance that I just draw Astral Pulse and like strikes, and then everything is just imploding. I also don't mind just taking this damage here to not take it next turn. Is that true? Because defend blocks more next turn. Am I ever playing defend really? Not really. That is not Astral Pulse. We can play Glow here. We cannot play Glow. It doesn't really matter. We just kind of set up for stuff to die. So is this just strike Sovereign Blade? And then next turn they're not even dead. So did I ever play Glow here then? Drawing Astral Pulse now would be a huge hit. Drawing Defend is also fine. I would like to save the skill pot because then I feel much better on this path. It's a little aggressive to do what I did. I think if I am not limit testing it a little bit, I probably upgrade here and just not take another lead. I don't know if we have enough resources to get through everything. Like I can obviously just one-shot both, but next turn we have a known quantity, and the known quantity is not good. Glow does not need to be played. You can play Venerate. The question is whether it's good to draw or not, but like you can just draw into Infection here. It's probably okay. Drawing Astral Pulse, like fishing 1 out of 5 is really something I want to do here, I think. Okay, one strike is of course played. Then question is, do we play this or not? Astral Pulse plus Sovereign Blade kills one next turn. And I block. Let me draw extra as well. Probably worth just blocking here. Can skill pot if needed. If I can hold on to it, that'd be really, really good. Not really seeing the stuff. Can Glow to try and hit like strike or something. I might be willing to skill pot for info before I decide whether or not I swing the blade in, because I can do something like Astral Pulse defend Sovereign Blade. This is where Astral Pulse upgrade would help a lot. That's like the main thing. It's maybe worth a consideration of the Glow upgrade, but I do think Glow upgrade is played. Could see Glow here for info first and then crack the potion afterwards. Shield, it doesn't always kill what I want it to kill though. And I can always do that after Glow. It would kill any of these, but I don't guarantee kill anything, and I can hit middle, and that's really bad. I do think I Glow first for info. Hitting strike is just good. That's not helpful. If I strike last turn, then of course I can guarantee a kill on something, but you also don't know what the draw is. Probably worth playing skill pot here. Can be like patter even, and that would be okay. But I think with shield, it's 2 out of 3 to get a good hit here. Maybe we just don't yet. Just do this, and then if it hits one of here, we're good. Oh wait, it doesn't go first. That's really strange, actually. I did not know that. I thought this would go first before it counts here. That's horrendously bad. Wow. And this draw order is also horrendously bad, by the way. Really awful fight. I can't believe Open would not tell me about this interaction and just allow it to happen. What does any of this do? Kingly Punch for like boss damage, but we have Summon Forth for that. We're very likely to die here. I think if I take this fire, I'm like never dead here, but that's pretty strong. Kind of horrendous draw orders all around today. It took a lot more there than I was expecting to. Because 2 out of 3 we take like 9 less, which is really good. I don't think I want this punch. It like scales with the cut, but like, I don't know. We have no block cards. No block cards here. This is very scary. That's why I'm like holding on the skill pot for dear life. Okay, we apparently cannot draw Astral Pulse ever now. Can just kill here, block, and then have the, or not block, but like this, sorry. Wow, you're really drawing like crap, huh? Can summon Forth now, also it's much better with the fencing manual. So here the 125 streak, crazy. Convergence card, still not a block card, but really helps with Meow's Fury and lining up all this stuff. And then we don't have star problems anymore. I think it's just clicked. I mean, Cloak is like insane for block, but we have skill pot. Potion of Binding with Astral Pulse is definitely an idea, but we already fought the AoE fights. This is just going to be the statue, which we should be really good at. And I think I just flex pot that guy down. Can summon Forth and then Photon Cut. We lose a little bit of slow damage probably, but I want to see what the card is. Okay. Guess we just put a strike on top and then play this. Not drawing Falling Star or Convergence here is kind of annoying. I think we definitely just play Glow here first and see. Wow. Okay, we shuffle all that out. Next turn can be my Sovereign Blade turn at least, so I can do like Convergence, Falling Star, Sovereign Blade, or I can just set up more, but we can play Astral Pulse here. Or we could have done like Sovereign Blade, Neos Fury, pull back the blade. So what I could do here is play Neos Fury, put Summon Forth back in my hand, buff the blade. I don't know, that's really dumb. Let's not do that. I think I am wanting to Neos Fury here. Question is, do I play Glow to try and draw through this? We have like infinite stars at that point? Not really, but we have quite a lot of stars and we can like hold the flex pot or something. Doesn't matter too much, I don't think. Yeah, we can do Pulse into Sword, or I can just Glow again and do the Sword with Vuln. Is it dead? Flexpot, I'm pretty confident it is just dead. I have to do some math though. Well, you can do it without slow math and see if it's even close, but that's 41, that's like 62, and this is, yeah, it's like ultra omega dead. Okay, pair is amazing here. Glitter Stream here looks good with the parrying shield, just 1 card proc parrying shield. Parrying and pair. Okay, sorry. Also works nicely with the Convergence, extra energy. And I just have no block cards that I really want. I want a big chunky card for the deer as well. I'm gonna run in. Oh god. I'm terrified. These guys are a problem. I think I'm just proccing my skill pot here. Any bulwark or something? Guards? Resonance? I think this is excellent, right? And Summon Forth is useless here. It's sort of not useless, but much worse. I think it's just like this, and then guards and C. This is, I think just like put as many things in your hand as possible. And we are going to kill with like Astral Pulse or whatever. I can keep the Summon Forth around, delete the sword, and then do it. But maybe we keep the sword, just like Astral Pulse kill 1. And we retain these for next as well. Can swing the sword to kill with Astral Pulse. It's kind of the same thing, right? We just like hit here. Okay, good. Yeah, Astral Pulse. Glow first, see. And we can Photon Cut now. Here, next turn they like die to Astral Pulse. We draw 6. That's like just guaranteed, so we can just block everything, and then next turn we just play Astral Pulse, Neos Fury, and Astral Pulse. Don't even need to do that because they're all dead, but you get the point. Gamma Blast have debuffs. Also, we have Convergence now for extra star gen. Really, really cool. Terraforming Vigor is completely useless. Guiding Star, I don't want to pay stars for this. Like, between these two things, the debuffs are just way more important. And I will run in here. Only have Stable Serum. This could be Potato again, but this is pretty good at Potato as well. Okay, we just glow. I can Giga debuff this guy, but I think I want to be able to play Astral Pulse. I guess on this draw cycle it doesn't matter, and we could do Retaining Serum here. Could see it. So it could be Falling Star into the Blade and then retain the Gamma Blast. Doesn't seem that important right now. Gamma Blast into Blade feels a little bit better because then it's weakened next turn. And the Astral Pulse, I can always retain that hand. That makes more sense, I think. Definitely not playing this, though. Need to be able to play the Pulse as soon as it's possible, really. Okay, we can Convergence, Neos Fury. And this is more along the lines of what I was expecting the first time to happen. The first time we fought this guy, our draw order was not very good. This one's pretty decent. Good even, I would say. It's dead to this. So of course you just play it. Probably just like random attacks or what? I think they're just like all dead. And we can just put a strike somewhere. Astral Pulse is 14. Could have held this, I guess, or the Neos Fury and then played it with this. But I don't think we have the stars to do it. This is obviously just like hit the enemy, call it a day. They are all dead though. Could have played the thing there, but it doesn't matter. Lantern, not so bad. Especially with Fencing Manual, we always have something to spend energy on. The Deer, if we want to take anything, we can take Furnace to try and do that. But yeah, it's a little horrifying. I think I will rest into the Deer here. Respect a little bit. We don't have very good block. We can slowly scale up the Blade with the Summon Forth. Play it a couple times, like Neos Fury or whatever. We can pull back Convergence with Neos Fury as well. Keep it debuffed. Yeah, I don't know if I'm allowed to justify taking the royalties in this spot. I don't feel safe enough. Like, no potion drop here. Retaining Pot is pretty decent. It would be so awesome to upgrade Convergence here to have more star economy for Gamma Blast. I don't really think I wanted to accept another brick in this run right here. Photon Cut does not feel good enough. Furnace feels a little much like it's going to kill me next act. Just like to live this act. I mean, if I want to live the act, then the Furnace is the best thing to click here. But it's very, very bad. Deer Phase 1 is debuffed, but I don't think we kill super fast. Like, the sword does not scale incredibly quickly. Fencing Manual definitely helps a lot. And I guess we can play Glitter Stream in the second half. Hopefully it just, like, dies, but I think Astral Pulse is not being played, and when Astral Pulse is not played, our damage is not really a thing. I would like to try doing this without the Furnace. I am fairly confident that I can, but if any amount of doubt, I should just click Furnace, I think. And we probably just take the Vuln Pod. I think pushing a Binding is not good enough. That's true. We can extend with a few things, but I would like to push damage, I think. And I think this for this fight is pretty reasonable here. Photon Cut C. Can just put a Define on top and play all the attacks, whatever. Not much to do here. Block into Glow. And then maybe we do Stable Serum. Could just glow first then. I would like to play summon fourth multiple times here. I've not drawn into debuffs yet, so I would like to glow first. That is not a debuff. Next turn, probably pretty good with Neos Fury, so maybe we don't need to stable serum yet, but I think we just double defend. And next turn could be like Convergence, Neos Fury, play debuff, pull back, summon fourth, and play that a bunch. Or try to play it a bunch. If I brick that, then we can consider what else to do. Glitter Stream brick here, not awesome. Am I playing both Falling Star into Gamma Blast? I think so. I could glow into Glitter Stream here and still play Convergence. Sounds pretty good to me. Actually, I cannot play Convergence with this line. Yeah, I would just have to Glitter Stream, which means I could play Stable Serum here. Could also just not do that and pull back blocks here. I would like to play Convergence though. Probably summon fourth here and hold that. I would assume we can Stable Serum and then maybe we just play Convergence instead. We need to scale the blade a bit or this is not going to be very easy. So I can just play it and shuffle it back in and then take a bit of damage here. I think that's a bit more correct. Yeah, maybe summon fourth defend and then we play Stable Serum plus the thing. Convergence is pretty nice to shuffle in as well though. Could just like accept a bit, but we get a little bit of damage with parrying shield to play block here. And could play this and hold the thing. It's not that important. We have debuffs for a while, so. Let's do this. Need to play that a bit and scale this, and then we can get this close to 160. Or maybe you just do it now. And retain the Glitter Stream or something. Could also play Glow into Astral Pulse, but I would like to have debuffs. I think we Photon Cut first. Let's see what this is. Am I just going in here? Could play Venerate on top, glow into it, play both of those, get 6 stars, play Astral Pulse, go down to 3 stars, and that lets us play Gamma Blast. Still, also we have Convergence. Play Split now. Or I can just hit. But I think I would like to do like hit into Summon Fourth and try to burst down from half. And we shouldn't ever really die from this amount of HP here. Yeah, so like Sovereign Blade into Summon Fourth is a thing. Should probably also play this. Actually, don't need to, because we can play Gamma Blast, and that's just better next turn. But I guess I don't have to play Gamma Blast next turn. Could play the Sword instead. And instead I play Falling Sword now. Could see that. And then we just play Sword again. And we just rush down. Just block this with weakness, basically. And I should die over a few turns, hopefully. If I'm scared, I can play Convergence here. I think I would like to just push damage a bit. Could use Summon Fourth to kill again, basically. We just need like Voln Pot or something. Should be fine. So I don't even think I really need to pot here. Annoying draw, but should be okay. We just Photon Cut here. Summon Fourth next turn is killing, so we just put the sword in our hand and then just block, right? Probably can save a little bit more HP here. Big Bang just immediately clicked. I mean, we can talk about comment, but we don't have the star economy to do this, and we already have debuffs with Gamma Blast that we're looping, so don't really need this. I'm Invincible is just kind of mediocre, does not do anything meaningful. Big Bang, we're gonna get value out of this Forge stat, and also just like helps us do everything we want to be doing. Just insane. So pot over Retain is probably better here. Actually having output. And we just draw into Convergence and play that instead. And we can go faster now with Big Bang, so don't necessarily need to play fights super long. Voln Pot still plays with the sword on turn 1. Sometimes we just want to swing in. Okay, Pale's Eye works a little weirdly with the sword, unfortunately. But we can pull it back out of the exhaust pile with Summon Fourth. Really interesting, actually. Pale's Flesh is making long fights a lot easier. If we're scaling largely with playing the sword, then energy a turn is really good. So I can definitely see that being very good. For short fights, we have Lantern and Big Bang to help cover. So I think it's probably just Pale's Flesh here. The remove 5 is not really that great. We're gonna not want to remove the cards that we actually want to have upgraded. That's like Convergence, Pulse, Big Bang. Don't want to remove those. So I think I just take the Flesh here. The Eye is just a little awkward. And the energy feels like the main thing as we have issues in long fights now, especially with the Big Bang pickup. Pathing was probably something like this. We can do second store if this is really bad, but this is pretty comparable to something like this, and then we get on the same path and just do it like that. Farm as much as we can. This we will need to probably take one more Forge card to have good damage for. And yeah, I want the early store. We have a lot of money. Could have a lot more money, but I did not take it. Which is Big Bang NC. This fight can be rather annoying for us, but it's not super significant. Just Glitter Stream, and then Weekend is full block. Still like to be able to play Pulse. Neither one of these really makes a difference because I always have to draw into one of these. I guess technically I can draw into Convergence, but I'd rather have the debuff next turn. And 27 is a much better number to try and kill. So we can also just do that if we would like. Playing the Blade now makes a lot of sense since we get it back with the thing. Falling Star would not have allowed for this line, actually. So do I want to kill it? Probably. We have a little bit of block here next turn, and Pairing Shield coming in. Pairing Shield again. I will definitely be playing this. This turn may have Pale's Flesh going in. Yes, Fury may be doing some stuff. All of our draw cards are here. Let's see what this is. There's our Pulse. I think this fight is very much over. Like the sword, like a strike, that should solve. No reason to delay this, I don't believe, so let's get out of here. Hitting cash, not enough. First Be Gone is definitely worth considering. We do want to do sort of like creation stuff. It opens up a way to have a block engine in the endgame. Then the deck down and do like Convergence loops, where we get something that we can hold Convergence in our hand every single turn, and that's our output. And we play Summon Forth like a lot. I could see it. It's not premium or anything right now. We will have extra energy to convert the draw into stuff. Don't mind too much. Okay, we can kill one guy. Fortunately, does not stun this. Yeah, like Begone something here. Maybe the Summon Forth and just see. We draw. Weird. Okay. Guess I don't get to play Convergence, which is pretty bad, but we should just like murder this thing with the Big Bang or whatever. Ugh. Using pot for 7 feels a little weird. And we just kill. Again, no reason to be here. One pot's nothing. These are kind of nothing. Hitting cash. We just don't need stars again. We have Convergence. We will just upgrade that, and we have these 3 cards. That's our star gen. Big Bang also helps. Crescent Sphere is just nonsense. Waffles here if we want it. Equilibrium is here. Lunar Pastry is here. So lots of crazy stuff here. I think we can already write off Resonance, of course, and then write off Orbit because we have Pale's Flesh to help with that. Lunar Pastry plus Equi really means I don't have to upgrade Convergence anymore. And we just kind of hold everything in our hand without having to do a whole lot of work now with Equi. It's also a great Neos Fury's target. And I don't think we need the HP so badly that I should take the Waffle here. So this feels very clear to me. The common attack's, of course, just not good enough anymore. And yeah, 1 star a turn, really, really insane economy. Just like never run out of stars, basically. Front loaded, you already have your starter relic to give you 3. And so if you only need stars over the long fights, then that's kind of solving. Okay. We can play Astral Pulse twice here, not that it's that good, but let's Big Bang and see. We can also just kill the guy that's hitting us, I think. So let's glow, and then we can do like pulse, blade, pulse, whatever. Have not done the math. Looks close though. I guess I could have pulled glow here, but it's not dead, unfortunately. Yeah, brick the actual blocks or the Gamma Blast to kill, right? Gamma Blast would kill with Golden Pot. I also could have pulled back something else, maybe the glow. I don't know. Can just accept this, and we can rest for mailbox potions. But the idea is go here. What even is the hit here off of draw pot? It's really just trying to draw into block. But I like the draw pot for endgame, so I think we just do this. Is dead now. Charge would have been better, I think, than the Be Gone, but I don't want both now. Still have block issues. The Vuln Pot, not as needed with the debuffs we already have, so I think we just toss Duplicator in. Works really well with the sword as well. Definitely not taking another story here. Okay. We just block and stun here, and this seems pretty obvious to me. Makes a lot of progress. Just play Glow and Sea, and probably Glitter Stream. Let's full walk this guy, and we can play Photon Cut as well. But we're not going to be weak next turn, and then all of our good cards are incoming. Kind of drew a little bit upside down. We can pulse twice. Yeah, lots of good cards here. Can pull back Convergence as well and just kind of do permanent amid here. I don't want to be debuffed, and the other guy would die here. So we do like this. The Convergence, dump some hand space by playing 3 strikes, I'd assume. And now we have debuffs on this guy as well. Big Bang is going in. We have 6 energy. Everything is really great now. I don't need to play that so much, but we can just like get out of here. So I guess we do. I got no reason to stay. Reflect is insane, even after nerfs. That is just clicked. Our block solve is kind of here. Also, why Lunar Pastry is really helpful here. To be able to actually support these cards. It's still not enough on its own, I think, now with this. Maybe still Convergence upgrade is good here. Skill Potion for extra output now over the consistency pot. Probably still good. I think we always have a good duplicator target. Skill pot can also be somewhat similar to draw pot. I think we upgrade here and then rest here to get our potions back, assuming we'll use potions in the elite. So we'll use the mailbox value here. Can consider Big Bang upgrade. I think with Lantern, it's a little less needed. Probably just Convergence. We have a lot of star cost now. Venerate upgrade is also very good, but sometimes it's not played. Convergence is like always played. Okay, this fight I will respect here. Probably just open Skill Pot immediately. Again, our potions are pretty usable here, and that can be pulled back with Niao's Fury. Just want to see info. Reflect is insane. That's 1,000,000 damage back, and also like solving the entire turn's block. I can double Reflect if we'd like. Convergence is always played. Like I could dupe pot or something on the blade, like summon forth blade, kill middle or something. Seems a little weird. I mean, I guess I avoid the debuff like that. Yeah, Convergence, and then I can pull back, Reflect for next turn as well, and I'll have enough stars because of Lunar Pastry to do that. I don't think I'm really committing the dupe pot yet. If anything, we can commit dupe pot on Reflect. Or the Pulse. Could summon forth, could be gone first. I like pulling back both these things and just chaining the retain. But we'll do this and see. That is exactly Sovereign Blade. And now we can kill this without doing the Sovereign Blade. So we should play Neos Fury first, because otherwise we don't have energy left over, and then we can pull back the good stuff. And we'll just hit the one that's buffing. Very excellent. Retaining all this still. Yeah, not debuff now, so we can actually kill them. Here's our pulse. Here's the reflect. Could delay it just to block here, which makes a lot of sense here. Maybe we just play Convergence Reflect. Maybe we can block the sword. If we would like to full block, we are allowed to. Duplicator onto this is a thing, but maybe not even needed. Playing back the sword probably just gets us out of here, is my guess. Like, we do pulse into sword. And things are going to die because of reflect. Sword just means we don't get destroyed. I don't think I really need to be concerned with doing dupe. That's something that, like, if we get a bad pot from the rest here, we don't mind just holding onto this thing for endgame. So yeah, I think we just swing, and then we can sort of just kill, right? Strength pot, not really great. Probably not needed with this deck at all. We just hold our entire deck in our hand all the time. And this is just complete nonsense. Knockout Blow is not doing anything for us. We do not need a big damage number. We just need to draw our good cards. Potion Belt is excellent. Excellent with this. Yeah, even more of a reason to rest here. We just are stocking pots for endgame. That's an excellent endgame potion as well. And we just walk into the boss gauntlet with 4 pots and win. That's the idea. Okay. Glow first and see before I play Falling Star because I don't want to add the status. Yep, excellent. And we can do sort of the idea here where we just retain everything. Like pull back your EQ, pull back this. We just sort of play that every turn now. We can block 3 here or can play Glow. Glow value is not as good because you don't draw that many cards next turn. So I can just play it next turn, I think. Big Bang is fine. We don't overfill hand. And we could do something like Gamma Blast Equi. Could do Glow First and See. Could do Equi Reflect. Definitely I want to play Equi because I want to hold all these things. And maybe we draw into Convergence in time here. You make a little bit of hand space here. Do us feel very good. Reflect doesn't do anything next turn, so could play it now. We don't have much of a use for stars in this draw pile here, so it really just does 15 damage on it, which I don't mind. Can also do the same thing with Astral Pulse, but this doesn't add a daze into your deck. Okay, Convergence is here. Unfortunately, I don't have the Reflect anymore, but it's okay. Next turn is probably just like Glitter Stream or something. Could play it this turn as well. Could play Duplicator to get out of here. It's nice to dupe a power later, but we really don't have any powers, which I guess this is sort of like a power, like in the relic bar. This run is definitely interesting. We don't really have like the classic way of scaling, but this idea of holding all your cards in your hand with retained stuff is very sure on this character. Like we talked about kind of the draw order dependency on this character. I mean, you can see that once we get to chain retain, that everything is kind of solved. We can like sort of figure out a way to fix all the fights. I could see Glitter Stream here for parrying shield, and also blocks next turn, and then we do maybe just the Sovereign Blade twice here. Like summon forth would just kill. Maybe you could draw pot. Yeah, I don't mind committing Duplicator. This fight's actually not a joke, and it can just rest again. Also don't mind doing upgrade on like Venerate or something. We'll see. With Potion Belt, I don't feel like I need to hold on to these things as much. Probably don't do that, right? Photon Cut. Actually, it's not Vol next turn. Okay. With Draw Pot, we guarantee kill. I don't love to use it, but it's not like the worst thing ever. I don't think I add a status here. Actually, I guess it's not. We can just play Astral Pulse. I have like forgot that we have chained another Return of Retain, by the way, so it's just dead. Hornquade's amazing here. So basically we have turn 3 coverage onwards with this, and we have like retaining cards, so we get really strong. We have turn 1 Lantern and Fencing Manual to help cover, and a full Potion Belt. Turn 2 is covered by this, so we've kind of shored up like all the weaknesses of the deck, basically. Here's another Glow. It's not as crazy But it could be immediately upgraded. Like, we have full potion belt, so I'm not in a huge rush to rest right now. Particle wall is a little bit too many stars needed, I think, right now, without having something else to support it. It's very, very strong and very good with retain on all the cards in the deck. Rotten War is a bit of boss scaling, but I think our boss scaling comes from sort of begonning stuff away and just sort of reducing our deck size down and cycling what we have with the mids and whatnot. The Insatiable, I will probably use Strength Pot on, I would assume. I think I take Glow and upgrade it here, and we hold a couple pots for that boss because this deck really does fall apart when a bunch of statuses are added and the draw gets messed with. The idea is that we kept the deck kind of small and can hold most of the cards, and when you have to hold the statuses, things go kind of awry. So yeah, I think I still want Star Generation here, and maybe now Particle Wall is something we could support, potentially. Lots of damage to deal back here. Could go Reflect. Probably worth it just to do this and then play Strike. 21 plus 9 on this guy is what we're currently doing to it. If I Strike. Or sorry, that did not make any sense. It goes to 21 after Strike. That is what I meant to say. All right, 21 minus 9. Sure. Also could have been Pairing Shield plus A Strike. Horncleat is going in amazingly. Cannot, unfortunately, play Astral Pulse here. That's a pretty rough hand. It's probably just Glitter Stream, full block, and then make progress here. Buffing the sword damage does absolutely nothing here. So we clearly don't care about that. Be Gone will kill. Then we can block a bit. I think I just get rid of the blade, to be honest. I don't see a use for this with the blocks I actually do see a use. Just try not to take any damage here. Pairing Shield is going in. 9 is something we can do quite easily. With Photon Cut, we made a new blade. Photon Cut kills, and then we can put like Glow on top, because if I want to, I can Glow into Glow. Meow's Fury into kill. Could pull Reflect here. That seems really easy. Like easy solve, and then we just do like Reflect and Convergence. Full block with this, play this. Kill here. Yeah. Once again, once we get set up here, pretty easy to stabilize the fights. No, that I play is just for debuffs. I don't mind. Gamma Boss is not always able to be played. With the retain stuff, I really want to be able to like empty my hand a bit. The other cards, Astral Pulse plus, like, we just don't need another one. The Forge card, if it was green, maybe we consider, but drawing a bunch of cards now with your hand being full doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. And I think there's other ways to scale the sword in a better way. Okay. Glow first here, can always Reflect here. We just Glow again. Not in any pressure right now. Could just swing the sword for 30, we can pull it back later. And I don't mind taking 2 here to do so. We get draw 7 here. Equi here. And no reason to play Astral Pulse now. So we can just empty some hand space and maybe just play Venerate. Never really have to worry about stars again. Astral Pulse can be played next turn with debuffs. So when you have Retain like this, it's pretty important to not just throw all your stuff randomly. Somehow brick all my debuffs. Could try to draw into it. Could also just play Reflect right now. So something like this works pretty easily. I'd like to just chain these, so doing like this to make sure that I can play. Astral Pulse can be held again, or I can use it for an energy right now and play Be Gone. Don't mind, we have like 1,000,000 stars now, so I can make a bit of progress here. Okay, we really want to just apply debuffs here. Retain is of course played. We just keep chaining this idea. Play 7 4th. Big sword. Probably just kill. It is very dead if we want it to be. Vambrace is excellent. More turn 1 help. And this also works really nicely with the glitter stream because it double procs both numbers. Also works well with Reflect, Equi, all the big turkey block cards we have. Clarity Extract, a little bit of draw consistency, but I think we want one big burst of it and not over time since our hand will likely just be full every turn. Royal Gamble is amazing. We never have star problems now. Gather Light is very solid, but I think Royal Gamble is just fixing us for the rest of the run, and we can pick even more star stuff as well now. But we're just not going to have any problems playing like Reflect or whatever. Royal Gamble upgrade is quite good. Know Thy Place upgrade is quite good. With Royal Gamble, we maybe don't necessarily need to Know Thy Place as much since we can chain these and actually play them. I think this can close some low roll situations. And this is immediately glugging this. I do respect this fight a lot. Again, similar to Vanson, this is one of the only fights that can actually kill us. I will, I think, just hold debuffs, but play this instead. Like, I want this to block next turn, but the sword can be pulled back later, and I can just make hand space now. Okay. Not the most amazing turn here, but we should just probably play this. We're not retaining this hand, so kind of worthwhile, I think, just to play the stuff that's good out of it. Reflect is just 12 damage, but wastes our Vambrace. We can always pull it back later and spend, so I'm not super concerned, I don't think. Okay, Big Bang. Can pull Reflect here, also does damage. Pretty nice. Could be Reflect Convergence ideas. Could also be pulling the Frantic Escapes. Could pull debuffs, but we have Gamma Blast incoming. And we saved the Vambrace for this reason here, so we can pull these two, and this is Giga Block. And now I think we just focus on making the sword big. Should be relatively fine here. Gamma Blast should be played. We can just swing at everything. Not a whole lot to think about here. Just play hand. Okay, Equi here is basically full block, and then we can just double glow here to shuffle out. The nice thing about this is that we shuffle out a strike and defend, which are both crap cards, and immediately redraw into this, which we are retaining. But then I don't have to like redraw into these later. And now I can sort of just play this over and over. Equi holding this hand could be not great, but we have two Frantic Escapes in hand and then a little bit of block support next turn. But I don't even think we need it. We'll see. Debuffs here are good. Could definitely consider energy potioning here as well, just to be able to play these. But it's very close to dead, so could try to Photon Cut and see what we draw into. Reflect is an excellent hit. If we draw Astral Pulse, it might be dead here. Can see just playing blocks here. And our Gamma Blast is incoming, and we can go in with a sword when that happens. Just trying to save a little bit of HP. I don't think we're ever dying here. Okay, it is dead. No reason to sit around, I don't believe. So again, sort of concede this idea. Our boss damage is not like super quick or anything, but that fight does add 6 statuses, and we still do quite a bit of output. The Smith. That definitely fixes block problems and justifies the addition of the Royal Gamble. And we have a big star output card that we kind of been saving for. We have block relic support and potion support to not care about adding a quote-unquote brick in the hallways. So that seems very good. The other things we already went over this run. This is just overcosted. Not very good. Okay. We can take Parasol. With the retain stuff, it's a little bit more annoying. Preserve Fog is really, really good with this sort of looping idea that we're doing. You can also take this, but it's a little annoying. I do want to shop here. We can even consider double shopping. Just removing is quite good. But like this sort of thing, farm everything. Yeah, I don't think I want Parasol with this. I think we just remove 3 strikes, call it a day. Any block card is blocking 1,000,000 on turn 1. Turn 2 is covered by this, and then we should be fine. And we have potion support as well. Unless we say Enthralled is better, but just don't care for any of these cards. Okay. We can kill one and not play Convergence, and then we full block. Then I'm not sad about losing losing my max HP or whatever, and this is covered with Horncleat. I guess it's not fully covered, huh? Can energy pot here, don't mind. So I can just kill now with energy pot? Our draws are basically always going to be good now, since we have no strikes. Turn 1 is like maybe the only time that it's ever really scary ever, and it's really just not that bad. Cushion or hidden cash. All these are just unupgraded cards and don't really contribute to anything we're trying to do now. Okay, attacks are usually kind of weird in this, but I could see it here. Power can be making other powers cheaper. We literally have none of them. So yeah, I could see an attack here, I think for the first time like ever. Power could be dex and strength, which would be actually pretty meaningful for us. So we can try to go for that. Yep, there it is. Could upgrade a million cards. Don't think we need to do that. Let's go shopping. Here's Spectrum Shift. Here's more dex and strength. I think all these attacks probably are just pretty crap, so we can just ignore that. Be Gone, we do not need a second copy. The first one is more than enough to do what we want. Cosmic Indifference, pretty garbage. Block number's not big enough. I'm retaining anyways. Do not care about having consistency in this form. So the things we're really looking at here are potions. Specifically, we could think about Duplicator to try and maybe burst down a boss, or maybe dupe the Smith, which would burst down the boss. We actually do have a power now to actually dupe as well, but I think that's more than enough scaling to kill kind of whatever is incoming, and gives us a way to actually like stabilize inside of test subject, which is something that is relatively hard to do before that. First couple turns are going to be fine because of relic support, and then once the relic support is worn off, we don't have big enough output numbers really without that power to fully stabilize, and we do not want to be taking wounds in that fight. Once we get towards the end of it, with the Smith, we should be like one-shotting phase 3, but like phase 2 could be kind of annoying, and it scales pretty fast. Queen, we're retaining, which kind of just like destroys that fight, so maybe first couple turns, but again, our relic support is really strong for that fight. Just kind of goes to show that relics are really important. You know, you can build your deck in a way when you have relic support to just sort of scale, and that's really strong. Happy Flower is a bit of output here that can be quite nice, as well as like just removing, or even Spectrum Shift could be good. Spectrum Shift is quite solid here. I can see removing Venerate at this point with 2 glows and the Convergence in the deck, and also the Pastry and the Royal Gamble. We do have a second store that I probably want to go to regardless of what I buy here. And so the consideration to hold money is definitely there. I don't really want to walk into question marks when they can just sort of curse me or like do the downgrade your deck event. Like that sort of thing is just really bad. So I don't think Flower is good enough right now. I don't think we're actually really that starved for energy, especially if we can make it to turn 3 and also just like play Convergence loops. And we have Big Bang help as well. Could just be remove here and then save for next shop. Maybe just remove again. I don't think these are too significant now. And probably we will just rest at a fire to get potions, so I don't think the duplicator is good enough. But yeah, removes when you have a lot of them get better. And so something like this, this run, and I will be playing Yas Fury to just put Convergence back in my hand here so I can double play it here. Just to get the stars, really. But, forgot where I was going with this. The more removes you have, the better they continue to get. And so with this kind of boss relic here, getting additional removes means that we can do these loops a lot cleaner. Okay, nice. Okay. Yeah, with Smith, we can just sort of like go in and just keep retaining everything. Don't really love playing a block card here for 1. Can we just hit it instead? we have our pick of the litter here for what we want to play next turn, although it is just completely dead because the Smith is scaling quite highly here. So this is just a really good card for what we're trying to do with this deck, which is we just sort of sit around and block and wait to scale. And Smith is accelerating that process by quite a bit. So I think all of this just does not contribute to this. We just kind of want acceleration, like another big bang we'd take, of course, anything in that vein of just helping us draw into the existing cards of our deck. We just don't really need much more than this to win. Like, we would need to see exceptional cards here. And this is exactly what I was talking about. At least now it comes here and not here, so we have time to fix the problems. But there's core upgrades we definitely do not want. Shatter is horrendous here. This bad luck is unpickable, so we just have to click this and be sad. I think Glow got re-upgraded here, so at least there's that. Mad Science is fine, but not really what we want to draw on turn 1 when I'm already drawing Folly. So we might get hit, which makes the potion support much more important. Could consider upgrading Big Bang for that reason, but yeah, it's kind of annoying. Convergence upgrades, pretty important for us. I think we can do that. We can also just upgrade the Smith, but I would like to not have star problems with the Venerate removed. Shuriken probably not going to play. We're mostly just playing the stars. And yeah, you can see the problem here, right? This is exactly the kind of turn that is problematic for us now. Although I will just be resting here, so I think we just accept this hit here, and we can work on stripping artifact or whatever. Yeah, continue to strip artifacts. Fortunately, having to use Equi here and not next turn is kind of annoying. No reason to use anything here. Actually, there is, because burns. Never mind. I am very dumb. Can get rid of this, though. Not having that next turn is annoying. We can Niaz Fury it, so I don't want to, like, just randomly spend stars here. So I'll just block a bit. And, yeah, here's, like, pulling back Reflect or whatever. 2 block cards, maybe. Could be just debuffs here. It's probably the most efficient thing to pull. I already have Glitter Stream in hand, so something like this. And yeah, we do actually run out of stars here, right? Like, you can see it can happen with certain draw orders, but probably here we are okay. We drew a lot of star cards here. And it should just sort of die now. Debuff again next turn. Again, any long fight we've pretty much essentially solved. It's just the short ones that can randomly hit us. That's amazing for what's happening right now. None of this does anything. No, they place another copy we don't really need. Yeah, I don't really want to walk into question marks here. So I could just upgrade here and then like upgrade the Smith and then rest Last Fire to fill potions. Because these potions are not premium. We can always just take damage on turn 1, but Red Mask is doing a lot to help prevent that. Yeah. Also, nice interaction with Vambrace here that this gets doubled value. Use some stars here, and we can play Glow again. Just extend debuffs maybe. Do you want to be able to play Royal Gamble? And weakness is the important debuff, not Vuln, so probably just pass here. Nope. Exactly for this reason. And now we just sort of wait until we can swing that with Vuln and go in. Boom, 100 damage. Can just sort of play. I think I had kill if I spent energy better here, but that's fine. We also kill this turn. Puzzle is excellent. Second copy of Smith, probably not needed. Does do some funny stuff, but yeah, we can just redraw the one we currently have. Spoils feels not good enough. Glitter Shame also not good enough. We'll shop with 400 gold, of course. Here's Bread if we just want to sack turn 1 even more and I have energy pot to cover. Could see it. As long as we have HP to pay, we are okay. Kind of down to do that. 1 energy turn 1, that often goes to Mad Science. Does make our turn 1 like really bad. We have Lantern though, so a little bit more acceptable, I think. Yeah, don't mind. Can remove here and just remove a turn 1 brick. At this point, Astral Pulse is like not something I care about that much, but could be useful in the Knights. What is the remove if we do remove? Guess it's defend, probably. Falling Star is still useful for debuffs. Could also take this, but there's no artifact that we really need to strip anymore. I guess if you want to just hit something turn 1 with a sword, you could, but very hard to justify that. Could also just click the upgrade. Maybe it hits these things. Getting Big Bang upgrade would be pretty nice here. Even defends is fine because we get double value out of it and they turn into good turn 1 draws. Okay, that's excellent. I will farm here. Yeah, Big Bang helps cover the bread problem. Let's play this first. Convergence is here. That's amazing. We do need to like kind of kill because this guy kind of stops us from retaining cards, which is what we want to be doing. But yeah, draw a bunch here, have a roll gamble, have bread energy. Sort of just swing in, I assume. We can just kill whatever here. I assume we kill this guy. We are not retaining this turn though, so maybe it doesn't matter as much. But I'd like to be able to pull back Reflect. Is there anything else I can pull back really? Also just like potion, energy pot, maybe with bread. Like we don't have enough cards on turn 1 that we really care about playing anyways. There's just not enough stuff. We have Big Bang on turn 1 always, so should be fine. Can play Reflect here and then be mostly okay though. Could summon 4th and then kill another thing next turn. We take a little bit, but we'll rest. Also energy pot and then use these. I kind of want these for the boss gauntlet for sure. Energy pot doesn't feel that important. If I do this, I need to play the blade though, is the thing. Which could just like immediately kill, right? It's a lot of damage. We could just use both. A little weird. I mean, I can just pull back the blade with Nia's Fury, right? Why do I care? Should just be dead, right? Pull back blade plus like Reflect with 2 glows in the hand. Actually, it doesn't work, right? Playing blade here. I have 5 energy. It does work. I forgot that the energy hasn't registered yet. And yeah, very easy. Big. Spectrum shift for free if we would like it. I don't really think we need it. Feels like we're kind of chilling as is. Refined Blade's interesting, but with Smith, I don't think it's very good. We just rest here, pick the best potions. Kind of whatever. Forge Pot can help burst down this guy. So can Energy Pot, so I probably don't care about these. Might take a little bit here, but probably not much more than just like 1 hit. And yeah, Glitter Stream here is like super sick with the thing. And see what I was talking about though with this double procking, so I get 14 block next turn. Really nice coverage, and then we make it to turn 3, which is when we sort of pop off. Can just be Gone Astral Pulse here. It's pretty useless. No Thy Place is free to play, so might as well. Probably gonna end up killing the minion in this with this deck here. Just because of the fact that once we scale to kill the minion, our sword is so big that we can swing it like twice into the queen and she dies. If that's not the case, then we don't want to do that, but it seems fine. This is quite a bit of damage to accept. Could see Draw Pot into like Glow, and then it lets us play Royal Gamble or whatever. Also can hit like Reflect. And I think with HP we kill the other guy, so I'm kind of down to just pot here. Glow again. Can just like play Smith twice here. Is that the correct line? Unclear, but it does not seem like it can be that bad. We just keep holding. So just like completely roll over and die now. Just keep retaining. Can extend Vuln. Just to dump a little bit of hand space here. And we don't need to necessarily kill right now, but we're just going to keep scaling this a bit. So I could like Smith, Glitter Stream or something. Retain build. Only need to kill this when it's like actually unblockable. And right now that's not the case, so we can sort of just chill for a bit. I could also play Gamma Blast here and then like know that I place this later. I like to just build up a little bit of stars before, I think. And then debuff the queen. So like, yeah, probably I swing now and then we just debuff her. That's like 18 bajillion damage. That is an exact number. That's annoying to draw all those together, but it's okay. Should equi here, right? There's like a lot of block though. I mean, not that much. We take like a tiny bit here. But now I can start doing Convergence chain again. I always draw debuffs next turn, and I never really want to spend it on this anymore, so let's just get rid of it. We have a little bit of star generation here from the Convergence last turn. And this is sort of the idea, right? Scale up a lot, and then swing in. Okay. This can be quite annoying. We could pay a little bit of life here. I think the second we draw into debuffs, we are definitely chilling. So let's go ahead and just do that and play Big Bang. See? Yeah, because this first turn might hurt. I think we just glug everything. We can just put the sword back on top every turn. Which is very interesting. Also Convergence, like, just every single turn, which may not be that good. Probably okay. Now Sphere here doesn't really do much. Let's just Convergence, take the hit. And we just puzzle, draw all our entire deck. Could play Sovereign Blade with Energy Pot. A little weird. Yeah, Nostalgia Gambit. Not quite. So whatever we play first here is going to get put on top. So I could put the sword on top. Could also just retain equi. Could also go Smith again. I think I don't mind doing something like this. Just have this be massive. And we can even just do like something like this, right? Where we kind of delay a bit here. And we don't necessarily need to kill right away. And then we just get to play Smith again. Scale to forever, basically. So yeah, we can just hit, put this on top, try to one-shot next phase, basically. Can Glitter Stream, can transform a defend away? Don't mind just doing Glitter Stream here. And we can put sword back on top again and just photon cut into it. Pretty good. Next turn is like reflect. Just put reflect on top every turn. I'll lose. We took one. Ow. If I draw debuffs, we win immediately. Just amid every turn. It's just completely dead. Okay. Cool run. Massive sword, 256.
I've seen bigger.
Smith doing exactly what you want it to do in this deck.
All it really takes is like be good at hallways, and then you have one boss killing card. It's so insanely strong when you just retain everything on this character. It's just disgusting. Like super, super disgusting. And we farmed a lot. Like 4 elite attack 1, 3 elite attack 2, 3 elite attack 3.